After about an hour of researching, I was finally able to get this old program up and running on my computer. I used to use this program maybe once a month or so, and it was pretty flawless until I tried to open it recently. Um, I used to use this program for making videos on games that you guys would probably never even play. Um, I was originally going to do this presentation on something with the trumpet, aka Teresa, but I have decided to teach you guys something useful instead of something that you guys will probably never attempt. Um, I was in personal finance maybe 2 quarters ago, and it really enlightened me to wanting to save my money instead of like not knowing really where it goes. So what I'm going to be teaching today is how to create a spending log. Now a spending log, oh why am I having so many screens here? A spending log will allow you to see where your money is actually going. It'll help with budgeting and therefore saving, and in my opinion it is the first step to financial freedom. For creating a spending log, as you can see, I have one here, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to create a new one. And that sample spreadsheet is not there from other attempts at making this video, I can assure you that. Anywho, we can open up the spreadsheet, and let's get on with it, shall we? Now, what I like to do is I like to, first of all, merge these and create this. I use weekly spending logs as opposed to bi-weekly because I get paid weekly. So you gotta choose the date. I usually do it on a Sunday, so for the sake of this video we're gonna be doing the 13th through the 19th. So you can just type in Feb 13th through Feb 19. And then type the spent amount, and then over here you skip a space and made or income. Then right here it'll be total saved / loss. Hopefully not a loss. Alright, so in the spent category I usually like to put whatever I've spent my money on. In my opinion, using your mobile app on a bank, this is why I prefer using cards instead of cash, because it is so much easier to keep track of. So you can just open up the app on your phone and all your history is there of every time you've swiped your card. Now, I will be doing the 13th through the 19th as an example. So 25.12, 13.86. 14. These are all dollars, by the way. I will be typing in what I spent money on in a bit. 111. Well, I'm a big spender there. But you will soon realize that, yeah, I'm not a big spender. 190. I'm actually probably one of the cheapest people you will ever meet. Alright, I got paid $193 last week. I only work about 24 hours a week because of school, and I'm really grateful for Peterson's for letting me do that. I usually like to keep track of what I spent money on, so here it was gas, and I like to save the station that I spent the money at. That was at Whitehall Wesco. And this one was Little Caesars because I have a girlfriend who loves pizza. This one was more gas in Shelby, which is where I am commuting from. A $9.99 purchase at Myers, which was for steak and stuff, but I don't really keep track of that. I just say Myers. We have a 1636 purchase. This was all just Valentine's stuff. It was made at DG, well, Dollar General. I know that might seem kind of cheap to you guys, but trust me, this is not where I got the main gift. It was just getting the little things like a balloon or something. Just trust me on that. The biggest money spent was actually going into a savings account, because I like to put $37 weekly into a savings account in order to have $1,000 by, I think, May 10th was my goal, because I really want to buy a motorcycle. Next $8 was at the rec room for a protein shake. It was actually 2 protein shakes. I would not pay $8 for a protein shake. I could have not made that purchase and just drank protein here at my house, but I decided to make it. Oh well. And then more gas in Shelby. Alright. And the income was from Peterson's. I like to say that it was from Peterson's because that way I know if it was my income or somebody else's. My mom does occasionally help me with money in order to pay for college or for gas or anything like that. After you write down or you type in all of your purchases, then you can say a total. So total money spent. You can type in equal and sum, and then this formula will come up that you can just click on and then drag down. And there was my total for that week. I didn't have any other income. Okay, actually, I did have other income this particular week, but it was my tax return, and I don't really feel like releasing that, I guess. Especially since this video is going on YouTube. So I'll just type in equals and then that cell. If you guys aren't too familiar with Excel, then I'm sorry if I'm going a little fast, but I only have, what, is it like 7 minutes to do this? Afterwards, you take the money you made minus the money you spent, and you see if you made a profit or a loss, which this week was probably a bad week for me. That savings, $111 that went to my savings account, it could have been avoided if I don't forget to do it weekly. I usually forget, and then I have to accumulate it, and it's one big chunk of my money taken away. But maybe I'll learn one day or not. That's part of budgeting. Then that wouldn't hit me as hard. In order to not make this as a negative number again, I could have just not made that purchase at the rec room. Either way, I made the purchase, but I see now that it made me have a negative income, even though I have my tax return. And hopefully I learn to budget better through keeping a spending log weekly.